my husband and my children. I have 3 daughters who are in different aspects of activities for the young people in our movement. And our couple is the representative of FICA in New England, based in Massachusetts. I want to recognize my husband, Eddie Batino. He is my #1 supporter in my work. I'm the present member of the board of National FICA. As AJ has said, session number 3 is about the building the community and civil society beyond the boundaries of race and religion. So kindly turn your resource book on page 9. I want to start with letter A. Why is living for the sake of others so important? God knows that a selfish relationship, that's the first paragraph, is self-destructive. Nothing can flourish based on selfishness. Selfishness eventually leads to self-extinction. God knows that an eternal and prospering relationship can never come about through selfish taking. So God built the universe upon the principles of unselfishness. God created everything in the universe to be complementary. Everything is made for others. Next reading is taken from page 10. By the way, the first reading is taken from the book of Reverend San Norman, God's Way of Life, page 10. This is taken from the book called Religion's Mission for World Peace, again by Reverend San Norman, page 10. What has been God's purpose in sending saints and prophets? God's desire is to educate all people about His will of true love by showing a model in personality and lifestyle. In particular, God's will is for the mental and bodily worlds to unify in a great harmony, centered on God's will of true love. This can be accomplished by educating rulers and leaders about the heavenly way so they can practice. So they will then practice it. But as the body often does not follow what conscience requires, many rulers have not recognized holy men and saints, have not received their teaching, and have ignored their warnings. Who can take responsibility to solve the misery and the evils in contemporary society? The confusion of values, moral corruption, drug addiction, terrorism, racial discrimination, and so on. Can politicians with political power completely solve such problems? There is a great responsibility and burden which accompanies the decisions and choices made by politicians. This is true especially in this age when societies are more pluralistic than ever and are so internationally interdependent. I think that rulers, when making an important decision, should humbly listen to the voice coming from heaven and look for solutions through following the heavenly way. Again, this is quoted from the book on Religion's Mission for World Peace by San Norman. Now, let's go to the last paragraph on page 11. Page 11, did you find it? Let us not wallow in the valley of despair, I say to you today, my friends. And so, even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, on the reed hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, the state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my poor little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin,
Amen.
but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. Do you know who said this? This is taken from Lincoln Memorial Speech by, yes, Dr. Martin Luther King in August 1963. This was his speech in Washington, D.C. And the last reading I will do today, taken from the original Human Value, the Foundation for Human Rights, number 12. The last paragraph. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Is taken from the Declaration of Independence by the U.S. Congress in 1776. Thank you.
Amen.